I want to talk about the e-file. So when I tell you the courts we can e-file with the court and it's a pretty streamlined process, that's with me handling it, not you handling it. I had a consultation this week where I always tell in the dialogue of the conversation, I'll say, yeah, we're LA County, so it's nice. We can e-file, so I can do the paperwork, you can e-sign, I can e-file, you can electronically notarize, and it's a pretty smooth process. And I heard her voice go, "Oh, I can e-file it." And I didn't catch it at the time, but I said, "Yeah, everything's e-filed with LA County." When I hung up, I realized, oh, she thinks that she can simply do this and just e-file her case with the court, doesn't need my service. So it'll be interesting to see if she hires me or if she tries to e-file and then calls me later because she can't get it through, which most of the clients have problems with. And because can you e-file your initial documents with the court? Yes. Again, I tell you, it's that guidance file. It's terrible. It forces you to file the FL 160s and the property declarations, and it's setting you up for failure. But after that, unless you're using an electronic filing service provider that we have an account with, you're not going to know how to get that done. So I'm assuming that this person's going to kind of go through and think that they can take care of this on their own, because it's not just one filing. Can you file your initial summons and petition online? Sure. Or e-file rather, not online. But then when it comes to the judgment package and all that, it's not just a one-time shot. There's a lot of steps to the process. And then lately with e-file, we've been seeing some rather long delays with certain courts, particularly Ventura Court. They don't use the standard electronic filing process company that like 90% of the courts use. They use their own service. And they used to take 4 or 5 days, still slower than most. But they are taking, the last one that we got back took 5 weeks. And I just took a new Ventura divorce case today. And I'm kind of concerned because I'm going to e-file it and we get confirmation. But I'm just wondering how long it's going to take to get that back from them so we can move on with the process. But in the end of the day, it's not a huge deal because even like say we file it today, March 22nd. And even like the case that took 5 weeks, it had the original file date on it from 5 weeks prior. They just didn't get us they didn't process it for 5 weeks, but they did acknowledge it was submitted 5 weeks ago and use that as the file date. So it'd just be nice to get the case number up front, usually with an hour with LA County, which is nice. And then another court was San Diego, taking 2 weeks just to review and process a new filing. Again, they were kind of like in the 3 or 4 day range, which it's not bad. It's not an hour. It's not the same day like LA County most of the time, but 2 weeks. And what can be frustrating with that, especially if you're trying to do it on your own, and with anything that's e-filed, if you submit it and it takes them forever to review and approve, if there is an issue, you don't find out for 2 weeks or 5 weeks. The case Ventura, if there was a mistake on the petition and it gets rejected, then you're going to wait another 5 weeks.